I don't like to use the word game, but it's just extremely interesting to watch your modern version of game versus the actual skill and personality of charisma. So there's personality and charisma and product, as well as the option of product that is a magical experience of salesman to customer. And then there's a lot of other things that come along with that, which would be appreciation from the customer, and then appreciation from the seller, and then an experience of developing yourself as the seller to be a human being who will then actually live a real life and then do life in a way that's admirable and logical and financially successful. And knowing that along your sales journey, you're going to be called a salesman, you're going to be called all kinds of different things from people who don't understand, because there's bad salesmen out there who have bad intention. They don't have good intention, and they'll lie to your face like they do have good intention, which then brings doubt into people's minds, which can essentially close down your entire business, because one person in the business is the snake oil salesman. And it's complicated to talk to people who are making money, who are the bad salesmen. Well, nobody wants to call them out on their bad behavior. Just because you're making money does not mean you're successful. Money does not mean shit in the grand scheme of the existence of the world we live in, especially today. The more money you have, the lower you are on the totem pole. The more followers you have, the more lower you are on the totem pole. However, the inaccuracy of the way the mind is working at this time is you're all falling into communism based on what you think. Like, you're going on an airplane, no one knows who you are, you don't teach anything except for wearing a costume, coming around the corner and whining to your husband, and then you claim everybody wants to watch that shit. There's such a disconnect in customer service to business owner of what entrepreneur means, and now you've made your relationship of family to be your business, and then you pick and choose when you want to bring that into the forefront, and then you disrespect your audience, and you disrespect your family, and you disrespect yourselves, but you don't see it as disrespect. And then you violate the audience. And then the audience has gotten so in submission to the extensive horrors of what you all as a group of a Ponzi have put on all of us, that our businesses in the real world are suffering, and we give good customer service. So we out here give good customer service. We deliver on factual education to our patients, to our customers, but because you decided that it was more important to work with China, to work with the Middle East, to work with all these other countries that are literally not American, and because the youth didn't want to go to college because you told them that it was not needed. You said it wasn't needed to go to college. So then you dumbed down society, and then you brought Kristen Cavallari into our faces to tell us that she was going to tell us about how to be a person, and then you recreated carbon copies of Kristen Cavallari across the entire country, and then you called it a free country. While they all use ChatGTP, and then you put a ring on it where you then took her across the globe and gave her ample opportunity. However, her shit still doesn't fucking grow. While you then gave her a delusional existence amongst your Ashley Grahams and all the other model wannabes to disintegrate humanity so that you could make money? so that you all could make money off of Americans, and you took out the game of selling by, you call it motivation. It's not motivation. You put stress on hardworking Americans' lives so that you can make money and you can go to galas and events with John Legend, who then turned his back on the United States of America to support Qatar. While you then caused trouble and turmoil with the youth, with Kim Kardashian engaging in anxiety-driven content of perversion to where normal people can't even have a conversation because they don't choose to feel this, but we're being forced upon this because Kristen Cavallari and people like Kim Kardashian and Kamala Harris are using that perversion to sell you on an idea, to make our lives uncomfortable. And you know for a fact that your parents did not raise you with the mindset of what it takes to control your emotions, because they were mentally ill. And so now you're over the top, out of control, living in what you think is comfort, but it's perversion. And no one wants to tell you that's not appropriate because you say that that's democracy for Kim Kardashian to molest a robot. While you disintegrate businesses so that you can sell on a Chinese app while doing hand gestures and weird ass shit to tell us about your morning routine and invite the Middle East to tell us how wonderful their lives are while they wear new outfits every fucking day in the middle of winter with no leggings on. Because she wants to show some aspects of her body so she could bring out perversion into America. But I remind you that she's not American and doesn't understand the old era of the Marilyn Monroe-esque emotion. So they literally step over the line every single time. And then they're like, yeah, I'm like Raleigh Cole and you live in Nebraska. And you're a mother to a child, and you look like what you think is a model, but you actually look like a plastic surgery nightmare, which then puts stress on all the people around all the hardworking Americans. While you don't say shit about shit to expose these people, while people like myself are showing you on Truth Social what you're all actually up to, and then none of you want to fight against it because you want that hot rod Lamborghini and that hot piece of ass on your arm for when you go to the gala. Not sure where your morals and ethics are. I really just want to be on a pedestal and I want to be cool. That's delivering what to the audience? That's humble in the eyes of the influencer. No protection for the nation. You used to open up the doors to the foreigners in all form because you call it DEI. You're calling that shit DEI, so you're letting other people rob you. Right now, they're not robbing you if you're at the top of the game. But that will happen because you don't know what the fuck you're doing because you're not as unethical quite yet as they are, Mona Van. Unbelievable that the Squawk Box would invite Mona Van to the studio today to show who they actually are, to show what Gary Vaynerchuk and Mona Van have been up to all along, which is turning their fucking backs in a timeless event to overthrow the entire country as they were invited to the White House, to the U.S. Capitol. And now Squawk Box, a Democratic news station, is sitting there in our fucking faces, and they're literally working with China. And you're not going to say anything about this? AOC, you're not going to say shit about this, are you? Because you're involved in it. So is Newsom. So is Schumer. So is Pelosi. And then they call that democracy. And then they're saying with the open border that's upholding the law. Not sure what part of this you don't understand, that this is totally fucked up, all of you. And I assure you that this guarded door that I have at this point, you ain't getting through this shit ho. You're gonna take on what you putting out in the form of karma. Your life is going to be fucking miserable. Do you fucking hear me?